We have team coverage as police figure out why an album release party was targeted.
So who hit you? Let's start that.
Mello.
It's over. It's over. Thanks to my lawyer, Ed.
In the hours to follow, there would be 2 new mass shootings.
So as you know, there was a mass shooting in Chicago. 18 people were shot and 4 of them were killed. And I think it's completely ridiculous that people are acting so shocked, so amazed, so outraged and confused. Like, how could this have happened? My thing is, you cannot promote death, dysfunction, and drill music and then act all surprised when somebody spins the block at your party. It is completely redundant. I could have told you that this would happen. And quite frankly, it is the cost of defending degenerate behavior. And if you don't know what I'm talking about the rapper Mello. Buckz. She had a album release party in Chicago and she built her whole image on dysfunction, violence, this gangster girl aesthetic. And people are so stunned that real life consequences have shown up. 4 people were killed at her album release party. And this is not like some type of trap house or something. This is like downtown north side of Chicago, River North. And this is a nice area where people pay lots of money to live in this area. And you have this hood album release party that gets shot up. Could have been totally prevented, but people choose to not be accountable. This is what we're about to talk about, a whole bunch of unaccountability. They're going to tell you like, oh, this is so random. My God, why me? Why is this happening to me? And we understand why this is happening. It is because of the music that you put out and the dysfunction that you display. But let me ask you something. If you glorify war, invite chaos, and surround yourself with guns and ego, what do you think is going to happen? A celebration? Well, then again, this is Black culture. So yeah, you get celebrated for that until it comes back and shoots you. I mean, literally shoots you in the butt. Because this is Chicago, where everyone loves to act like they're street smart, on point, ready for whatever, until it's their best friend or their man land on the streets. Then all of a sudden it's, how could this have happened? It happened because you glorified it, because you normalized it, because you profited off of it, and you called it art, and now you want to cry when it comes back to collect. Hello, this is how this all works, okay? I don't understand why people don't understand what the consequences of their actions really mean. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Carmen, Jaycee. I am not here to lie. I am not here to belittle anyone. I am here to give you the truth, raw and unfiltered. And if you're new here, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe to this channel. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
4 people were killed, 14 others hurt. We want to show you some new video just into our newsroom showing the moment a car drove up and people inside it started firing. If you look very closely here, you see some flashes of light from the gunfire. We want to let you know that we have blurred the images of the victims there in that lower right-hand corner.
All right, so let's just start with what happened on July 2nd, 2025. Mello Buckz threw an album release party at Artists Lounge in Chicago to celebrate her new project, Hollyhood. Yeah, that sounds great. I'm assuming it was just supposed to be like a moment for music, drinks, and, you know, just to celebrate her releasing this project. Instead, it turned into a war zone. Not surprising, of course. And here's the part that's not getting enough attention. Every single person killed was connected to Mello. Her boyfriend, dead. Her best friend, dead. And her people wiped out all at a party that was supposed to be a celebration of her career. It is truly unfortunate that these people lost their lives in this event. What's more unfortunate is the behavior we've normalized, the choices we've kept making without even acknowledging the consequences. If better decisions were made, these victims would still be alive. And this right here, this is exactly why I am doing this. Not to shame, not to mock, but to force you to face reality of what we are creating. Let's go ahead and take a listen to the news coverage on exactly this. Take a listen.
We have team coverage as police figure out why an album release party was targeted. Our Sarah Maki learning more about the victims, but we start with Tara Molina and the latest on that investigation. Tara?
Marie, police have confirmed, like you said, this was not a random shooting with 2 men and 2 women killed here, 14 others injured right outside this now closed lounge. It happened right around 11 o'clock last night. Those shots fired by multiple people inside of a dark car.
We need more units.
Police calling for help from Chicago and Franklin.
Hey, squad, we need more ambulance out here. We don't have nearly enough.
You're looking at scene video right now. Police say multiple people fired shots from a dark car into a crowd outside Artist Lounge around 11.
This venue was targeted.
Targeted, with the crowd leaving the album release party for Chicago-born rapper Mello Buckz, who confirmed on social media many of the people hurt were her friends.
Now, black people love to talk about white people in mass shootings, always pointing the finger, calling their community dysfunctional. But here we are with the same behavior. 4 people dead, 14 shot, and the killers are still on the streets. Amazing. No arrest, no justice, no answers. We should all be worried. And at least white people, when they do mass shootings, the police either kill the guy or the guy kills himself. They're not just out roaming free like it's normal. But in our communities, they're right back outside. No consequences, no accountability. It is absolutely disgusting. And let's not pretend no one knows who did this. They know exactly who committed this atrocity, but they're going to keep quiet. Why? Because snitches get stitches, right? Or better yet, snitch K. And if you don't know what snitch K means, it means snitch killer. And trust, we will get into this later in this episode. Now, the police haven't made any arrests. The investigation is still ongoing. And the one thing that is very clear, Mello was likely the intended target. Because the real question now is, how did we even get here? Let's talk about it. So let's rewind back to where this whole circus started with Chicago Wave. They made a post highlighting a bunch of so-called top female rappers in the city, and instead of being embarrassed by what they represent, violence, dysfunction, and delusion, no, of course not. They're being praised, propped up, and treated like they're up-and-coming rappers we should all admire and support. Amazing. Now, off the bat of that post, Mello, Buckz, Amari Blaze, Cashmere, and Monty the G linked up to make Boom. It's a collab track that is framed like some type of like drill sisterhood movement. But let's be honest, there is nothing sisterhood about it. Just more evidence that dysfunction thrives when it is packaged with a beat and a wig. Now, here's what most people don't know. That entire song, it was Amari Blaze's idea, according to her, allegedly. She was the one that wanted to bring the top girls together. But Mello had management and had connections, and Mello had the machine behind her. So she did what she do. She took over. According to Amari, Mello acted like a bully, snatching control, pushing herself as the face of the track, and leaving everyone else out of the spotlight. Now, the song was sold like a collab, but behind the scenes, Mello made it like all about her. Like it was her rollout, her visuals, her narrative. And when Armani started calling it out, things got a little bit ugly. She didn't just drop hints. Amari went on live social media, did interviews, and started posting subliminal promo shots aimed directly at Mello. And once the public smoke started, both of them got in a booth and started firing back through music, diss tracks, and back and forth jabs, all under the surface of a track that was supposed to be about female unity. And to be clear, once Amari went public, it was a wrap. Mello saw it as betrayal, and that put a target on Amari's back, because in that world, if you step out of line and expose the fake sisterhood, you become the enemy. So what started as fake girl power anthem turned into a full-blown ego war. Now, this was never about empowerment. It was about control, ego, and who had the spotlight. In 2023, Mello, Buckz, Amari Blaze, Cashmere, and Monty the G took the stage at Rolling Loud in Miami. And it was supposed to be like this moment for Chicago, for a rising female rapper showing up in unity in a male-dominated genre. But the unity was just the show. The smiles on stage was fake, and behind the scenes, the tension was already thick. Insiders started to notice the cracks, shade thrown on social media, side eyes at interviews, and a very public shift of energy between Mello and Amari. What started as a collaboration turned into a power struggle. The clout, the buzz, and the street recognition was starting to separate them, and only one was positioned to win. Then it got physical. Of course, it got physical. By October 2023, things had boiled over. Amari Blaze was jumped in Calumet Park by Mello and her crew. This wasn't some petty scuffle. Amari ended up with a broken nose, deep cuts, and a severed tendon. Let's take a look at Amari describing exactly what happened to her during the attack. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
I leave out. I give like a group of a hug, right? I turn around. I get busted off of. It wasn't no.
So who hit you? Let's start that.
Mello.
So
it wasn't.
Mello
Yeah. It wasn't no.
Was you jumped or not? Let's start that. Did you get jumped?
Yes, hell yeah. So listen,
you
I'm gonna tell you. So she busts off me. Cool. Now I'm caught off guard. Mad you. I'm damn. Like at this point, then snuck me. So shit. Okay. She busts off me type shit. We get to fight. Now at this point, her sister and her best friend, Damn and Destiny, they both jump in.
Wait. Pause. Is this on camera?
None of that on camera. Only after I fell through the window was on camera. But this is how I got to the window. Anyways, yeah. So I'm getting stabbed and shit or whatever. Cool. Now at that point, I'm getting stabbed. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of felt like these finna kill me at this point, so I just stopped fighting back. Cool. They get up off me, pull them off me type shit. I get up. Now mind you, I jump in the video because all they ass start spitting on me. At this point I'm leaking.
They spit on you?
Yeah, hell yeah, they was spitting on me, all type of shit. But I couldn't defend myself. Mind you, my hand numb, limp, I can't punch or shit. I'm stabbed up. I don't feel my body at this point because like I was running out of hella blood. So then mind you, I had to drive myself to the hospital type.
Now Mello Buckz was arrested in March of 2024 and pled guilty the following month to aggravated battery. She was sentenced to 30 months of probation and legally ordered to stay away from Amari. But before that, on February 27, 2024, she dropped this Snitch K video. And she's essentially just taunting this girl that she physically assaulted, and a court hadn't even cleared her guilt yet. It is disgusting. So let me be clear. She is still under investigation, hadn't been sentenced, and was already doubling down on the violence publicly with the camera crew, a beat, and a whole bunch of enablers around her. Now, to be clear, Snitch K, like I said earlier, is Snitch Killer. And for her to publicly be talking about how she is Snitch K is quite disgusting. Like how no one brought this up is completely disgusting. If I was Armani, I would sue her. I would take her to civil court because you don't need as much in civil court as you do in criminal court. So she already pled guilty. I would sue her. That's not to say that Armani is a victim in this, because Armani does the same thing that she do. She portrays the same type of dysfunction, but I'm just saying what I would do personally. Moving on. I want to show you guys a video of Mello's lawyer essentially just encouraging the behavior. No correction, no accountability. He's Snitch K. He's listening to Snitch K, I guess. Go ahead and take a listen.
It's over. It's over. Thanks to my lawyer, Ed. We on the way to go free this other ankle right now. No bracelets, no jail time. No jail time. Just an aggravated battery. No stabbing, no weapons, no none of that y'all was yelling. You feel me? Get me up out here.
I'm listening to the song Snitch K on the way.
Snitch K, fuck the bitch. Make sure y'all go hire Ed. Go hire my lawyer and get me up out of here.
And somehow this is the behavior that keeps getting encouraged. For some reason, the dysfunction that comes out of the Black community, it is celebrated by the very people who should know better. Black lawyers, Black politicians, so-called professionals. They know it's destructive, they know it's criminal, and they co-sign it because it keeps their pockets full. This girl released a diss track with violence being displayed and threats while under criminal charges, and nobody batted an eye. And now people want to act confused when bodies start dropping. Now, I'm not saying that bodies deserve the drop. I'm just saying cause and effect. And just for character analysis, let's not forget, this is the same psycho who went online bragging about having abortions. Like, it was funny. Like, it was, haha, kiki. Yeah, I had multiple abortions. Disgusting. Let's take a listen to her saying exactly that.
On this space right here on my arm, you hear me? On my junior, you hear me? This man been trying to trap me for I don't know how long, gang. Been killed it. Been got pregnant. You're talking about I can't get pregnant, you steady. I wonder why. I wonder why, bitch. I'm killed.
The behavior is completely ridiculous. The mindset is completely warped, and nothing about her is anything positive to talk about whatsoever. Honestly, I don't even want to say the thoughts that come across my mind because it is not good ones. It is disgusting. I don't understand why anybody is surprised that the violence happened. When you normalize dysfunction, you promote violence and glorify street delusion. This is the result. People get hurt. And this is how we got here. The album release party where people got shot and killed didn't come out of nowhere. It was the logical end to everything that was already being promoted, enabled, and ignored. And that doesn't even touch the other street situations she was tied into, stuff I intentionally chose not to dig into because, quite frankly, it is chaos stacked on top of chaos. And I don't want to say that people are deserving the things that happen to them, but once again, you are reaping what you sow. Now, you might not be horrible people. You might think it's funny. You might think that it is normal or cool because you have been programmed to think that way. It is not cool. It is detrimental to your life and to the lives of the people who look up to you. I really need people to start thinking about these things. And let me just say this too. I know a lot of y'all are involved in this, are 22, 23, 24. I know you're young. I did dumb things when I was young too. We all need time to grow and understand life. I'm not saying this to be harsh or to be mean. I'm just trying to say we are running out of time to course correct. If you don't start seeing this clearly now, it will be too late when you do. So it's time to take a hard mirror, take your friends' bodies being laid out on the pavement as a lesson on how to move from this point forward. I am telling you, it's not about judging. It is about being better, wanting better, and doing better. You have a platform to get out to millions of people. Why not say something that will matter? Can we stop pretending like the Mello Buckz shooting was an isolated event? Because while people were still mourning the chaos at her release party, Chicago was racking up even more bodies across the city. The violence didn't pause, it escalated. Let's go ahead and take a listen to this clip.
Unfortunately, more violence in the city. So far, at least 40 people have been shot and 6 killed across Chicago this 4th of July weekend. Some neighborhood residents walked the track at Avalon Park, unaware just hours earlier gun violence claimed the life of a teenage girl while wounding a man there.
I'm always shocked at the things that's happening in this area, but again, I'm getting used to it at the same time, but it is heartbreaking.
Just before 11 p.m. Friday night, investigators say gunfire erupted in the park located in the 1200 block of East 83rd Street on the city's south side. Police say 16-year-old Mia Smith died of a bullet wound to the throat, while a 35-year-old man was hit in the leg after an attacker approached them on foot and opened fire. In the hours to follow, there would be 2 new mass shootings. The first within the city's back of the yards neighborhood, leaving 7 people wounded. It happened near 48th and Justine just after 11 o'clock. That's when witnesses say 2 gunmen walked up to a crowd and started shooting. The 4 women injured range in age from 21 to 27 years old and were seriously or critically hurt, along with a 21-year-old and a 29-year-old man. A 42-year-old man also remains hospitalized. Another attack on the group happened near the Cook County Criminal Courts building. Investigators say 4 men were sitting in a car near 27th in California when another vehicle pulled up and someone inside started shooting. The men, who range in age from 25 to 33 years old, each suffered multiple gunshot wounds.
This is completely alarming. And the fact that people even go outside or hang in large groups anymore is completely wild, especially in Chicago. One thing you'll notice is that every one of those stories, somebody fires into a crowd. So maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be standing in crowds. I don't know, just putting that out there. And remember, this is after Mello's party. These numbers doesn't even include the people who were murdered at her event. This is extra violence on top of already existing chaos. So no, this is not just a Chicago problem. This is a certain group of people who are in Chicago problem. At this point, we need to start separating blackness from this kind of dysfunction. This is not about skin color. It is about behavior. It is about choices. It is about the culture being pushed onto our youth like it is something to be proud of. This is what happened when there's no leadership, no guidance, no shame. Just a city full of degenerates trying to go viral for being violent, while families are out here burying their children every weekend like it's normal. Mello's party was just one scene. But this city is the whole damn movie, and nobody is calling cut. You want to fix it, start calling out the ones who treat death like it is a lifestyle and violence like it is branding, because Chicago isn't collapsing by accident. It is collapsing by design, and too many people are playing their role. If you really care about your city, if you really care about your people, then y'all would stop the violence. I don't understand what else is there to be said. Do we not see this? It is disgusting, and I don't care who hates me, but the violence needs to stop because we're killing our own people, but yet always yelling about racism. Make it make sense. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. If you want to see a real change in your community, if you're tired of the killing, the drama, and the dysfunction, then it's time to speak up. You cannot keep living around chaos, defending it, and then acting shocked when nothing improves. We are literally killing off the black race, whether it's through gun violence or abortion. The numbers are disturbing. And let's be clear, this isn't going to be fixed by white people. It is on us. Either we step up or things will keep spiraling, and it will not be pretty, okay? Big shout out to Mark Dice. He played a major role in making this all possible. I truly appreciate it. And to everyone watching, if there's something you want me to look into, drop it into the comments. I see them, I read them, and I am always listening. Thank you guys for 100K subscribers. That is absolutely amazing. I love you all. I am Carmen Jaycee, and I will see you guys next time.
Conscious culture, we awaken and we learn. Fire in our spirits, watch the system as it burns. Question every lesson, let the real truth return. We break the mold, and now it's our turn.